Hi guys, welcome back to another exciting coding challenge. In this coding challenge, we use table views and we display some cells, some data in the list format. And as and when user clicks on particular cell, that will be selected. And when user clicks on done button, I am taking the selected items, selected data into the second view controller. The first part view controller one is already implemented. Now this is the extension for the coding challenge 3. It is going to be coding challenge 4 where we see this challenge. Let's go and extend it. I have in coding challenge 3 I have only one view controller. In one view controller I have a array. I am displaying the array in the table view. Number of rows I am returning table array dot count and the cell for row at index path I am displaying the cell. And when user clicks on particular cell, I have written a logic for saving the selected index per selected row. And if he again clicks on the same cell, we are removing that. We are removing the cell index from the selected array. And here, based on the selection, if the selected index path is the current index path is already present in the selected index path, we are displaying checkmark else none. And if you see the storyboard, it has the first view controller has a one table view and one table view cell. Similarly, what I want is I want the same thing, the selected items to be moved to the second view controller when user clicks on done button. So that what I did is I took a navigation controller and place a done button. And I am giving the connection. And the second view controller also having the table view and cell. I have implemented the required methods, the table view cell data source methods. I am moving from first view to second view as and when user clicks on done button, so that I have given one transition, one segue from view controller 1 to view controller 2. I am giving some identifier for this. It is going to be move to 2. Okay. In second view controller, if you see, I have one placeholder. I have one placeholder to hold the values which I pass from the view controller 1. And in for the done button, I have one method here. This is the action I have in the view controller 1. Okay, as and when user clicks on done button, what I am doing is I am creating a one array here and taking all the elements from the index paths and taking those index path row specified equivalent objects from the table array of index path dot row, and I am adding that to the selected item. This selected items array I need to send to the second view controller when user clicks on done button. So the it has some segue, right? We have given one segue from view controller 1 to view controller 2, that is move to 2. Okay, here I am performing that segue. Perform segue. The identifier what we have given is move to 2 or move to second, give name. Okay, as and when this method executes, there are two other methods gets executed. Those are prepare for segue, another one is the should perform segue, move to 2. Okay, same thing we have given here. Okay, we are asking the view controller to move to the second view, perform the segue before it is performed. Okay, there are two methods, those gets called should perform segue. Basically, perform segue is the one thing. Prepare for segue, sorry. Prepare for segue. Here we are getting some segue. The segue is move to segue, the connection we have given. Let second view from the segue, we can get the second view controller segue dot destination. I am giving it is particularly going to be second view controller. Second view controller has a property selected items. Okay, we have one property here, selected items, right? Selected items. We can put this string here. These are selected items. I can put the selected items. I am just assigning. Okay, preparing the segue. Whenever I am moving to the first view controller, second view controller, I am preparing my second view controller with some proper data. As and when this is pushed in second view controller, this method gets called, view did load method gets called. Here I'm just printing all the elements, selected items in the first view controller. That is print first view controller is going to be selected items, and we have table view, right? We need to reload the table view so that the items will be displayed. We do not have the property for the table view option, and click on second view controller, take one property, selected items list. It is going to be an outlet. Okay, somehow it is not recognizing the class, so that what we can do is ib outlet week where the object UI table view. Okay, this is how we can also create in the code. From there I can give UI table view. From there we can give the connection. What is this? Ridiculous. Select items list, right? Give the list. There are two connections to the table view. Remove one. Go here. Go this. Go to connection inspector. The table view must be containing two things. Select items. Remove this. Second view controller has a selected view list outlets. Okay, it is fine. Now once we move to the second view controller, this method gets called, the video load method gets called. I'm just printing the items and refreshing the table view. Select items list, but reload data. That's it. Run it. Basically, whenever we are transferring data from one view controller to another view controller, you should have a placeholder in the destination view controller to hold uh, the data which you are passing from the view controller one, that is source. In our case, we are passing an array, so that in second view controller we are having a similar kind of array to hold the items. 3, 5, 7 selected, 3, 5, 7 are displayed. Okay,